Today on NewsCenter, discover who the new defensive backs and special teams coach is, learn about Tri Sigma's Philanthropy Week, and take a look at Tuesday night's faculty recital at Baird Music Hall. All this and more, now on NewsCenter.
Hey, good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Chad Hedrick.
And I'm Alexis Matthews. This is your news for March 12th, 2015. Parts of the Daniel Boone National Forest are underwater. The water level at Cave Run Lake is unusually high due to the recent snow and rainfall. Numerous roads, ramps, and campground sites can't be used because of the high water. Acting District Ranger Tim Ealing told WKYT he hasn't seen flooding like this since 2011. You can't even get to the boat ramp with your vehicle. Ealing says that March is usually the start of their busy season with college spring break students coming in. Parts of the forest are still open, and visitors are urged to call the office of the district where they plan to visit.
Morehead State Eagles football has a new defensive backs and special teams coach. Coach John Perrin hopes to help lead the Morehead State Eagles to victory as well as teach players valuable lessons. NewsCenter reporter Andrew McCann caught up with Coach Perrin to find out why he took the job and how he plans to accomplish his goals as coach.
Was up at Eastern Michigan this past year, working with some guys I knew really well and had a great experience up there. And this opportunity came about. Got a call from Coach Wright, letting me know kind of the situation down here, that they were losing a coach, defensive backs coach, and we go way back from playing together at Miami, Ohio together, and then working together at Center College. I know Coach Tenure, from a mutual mentor in Andy Fry, the head coach there at Center, and knew that there was good people down here. Coach Tenure called me and wanted me to come down and interview, and really after coming down and interview, and brought my wife, and we really felt comfortable, mainly with the people, because I think that's what makes a program, and what makes coming to work every day, really good. So the people seemed really right. I got to meet some of the guys. They seemed like great guys, and when he offered me the job, it just felt really right. I think those other jobs have prepared me for a lot of different situations, from scholarship players to Division III players, and really everybody in between, and kind of just at the end of the day, it's football, and just treating kids the right way and motivating them to play the game they love. So that's what was exciting, and I think that's what I think you pick up a little bit something from every school you work at, and then you kind of take that with you, that experience with you, to the next school. I hope I bring great passion, energy, and enthusiasm. I mean, I know we joke around about it, but it's sometimes you got to pinch yourself and ask yourself, do I really get paid to coach college football? I mean, it's an amazing opportunity, and I embrace that. What I hope to bring is I want these guys at the end of their 4 or 5 years to just say, hey, that was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. I'm really happy that I played college football at Morehead State University, and that Coach Perrin had an impact on my life. I'm a competitor, man. I want to win. And I think that, I know that I'm going to help us get better on defense. I know that I'm going to help us get better in the special teams. So just, again, with those experiences I've had at different schools have really prepared me for this opportunity.
John Perrin has 6 years of experience as a collegiate defensive backs coach. Perrin coached at the University of Eastern Michigan, Capital in Ohio, Center in Kentucky, and Muskingum, also in Ohio. Coach Perrin was also a 4-year starter at Center and was named All-SCAC in 2007 as a senior.
Join us after the break for a look at weather with Mary Dameron and NewsCenter Notices with Zach Howard.
It never gets old, huh?
Nope.
It kind of makes you wanna...
Breaking the song?
Yup. I love the sunset.
I love Eagle Lake.
I love the forest. I love when eagles play.
I love the campus!
And all its sights and sounds.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
I love philosophy.
We love diversity. I love English.
and all its weird words.
I love the music
and all its melodies. Boom diada, boom diada.
Boom diada, boom diada.
I love fraternities.
I love sororities.
I love to draw things
And all the athletes.
I love Moorhead.
It's such a pretty place.
Boom diada, 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 boom diada.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. I'm Mary Dameron. We're having a wonderfully gorgeous afternoon on campus today. Right now it's 61 degrees and the sun is shining. Having a wonderful Thursday. Record temperatures for this time of year. In 1925 it was 78 degrees and in 1932 it was only 5. Now normally for this time in March the normal high is 53 degrees and the normal low is 34. So it is nice having a break from all the cold weather we've been experiencing the last couple weeks. Current temperatures across the Bluegrass, 60 degrees in Ashland, 61 here in Moorhead and Mount Sterling, 59 in Richmond, and 63 in London. For your current radar, not a whole lot going on tonight. Pretty clear skies ahead of us for the rest of the afternoon, but things might be changing for your weekend and Friday, so we'll talk about that a little bit more after this. For your 24-hour planner, tonight clear skies, going to be a pleasant evening at 58 degrees, and tonight clouds are increasing at only 51 degrees, trying to make some room in for some rain later on, and by tomorrow morning scattered showers are looking to increase and we might be having some rain. So we're just going to go ahead and take it over to NewsCenter Notices with Chad.
Mary, thanks. Right now I'm being joined by Zach Howard of Eagle Vision. So Zach, first of all, thank you for being here.
Not a problem.
Tell us about Eagle Vision.
Eagle Vision is it's the athletic video portion, I guess, of the campus. Okay. What we do is we stream live events, football, volleyball, baseball, basketball, and that's it. We can't do softball right now. The other thing we do is if we're not streaming event, we try and get a camera out there and get some highlights. Try and get as many teams coverage as possible, even if it's just going and doing a track and field interview or a golf interview. If the teams are close enough, we'll go and meet them at wherever they're playing at. Okay. So last semester went up to Cincinnati with the women's golf team.
Oh, cool. So how do students get involved with working with you guys?
Students can get involved either by volunteering, which is what most people do to get started. You can be an intern for it and you can get class credit for it, or you can be paid through a work study for it. And so what we kind of do is if you're a volunteer or an intern, maybe the next semester if we have enough space, we look at trying to get somebody a paid work study.
Okay. What jobs are available with Eagle Vision?
You can run a camera, you can grip, you can run graphics, you can direct. During basketball season, not as much, but we've had a couple people run the video boards on the walls.
Oh, cool.
And there's replay, and you can run replay for us too.
That's really cool. Now, of all the sports that you just mentioned, what one do you think is the group's favorite to cover?
The group's favorite? Probably basketball, because we don't have to move as much equipment as we do for football, soccer, and volleyball, or baseball. I mean, it's one of the more fast-paced sports too, so there's always constant action and a lot of stuff going on, so I'd probably say that one.
Probably not. Yeah, I mean, nice one, plus you don't have to be outside and deal with all the weather stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, we thank Zach Howard for stopping by. Stay tuned after the break for an extended look at weather with Mary Dameron, and there's warmer temperatures in that forecast. And Brandon Dixon's got Eagle Athletics. Don't go away.
MSU is learning.
School spirit.
Teamwork.
MSU is Greek.
MSU is diverse.
Historical.
Beautiful!
MSU is educational.
Fitness.
It's hands-on.
MSU is a sound.
MSU is art.
MSU is potential.
MSU is much more.
And welcome back to NewsCenter. I'm Mary Dameron. We're having a gorgeous Thursday afternoon, 61 degrees and sunny skies. For your 24-hour planner, things might be changing a little bit though, but for tonight, clear skies and a low of 51 degrees by tomorrow. Now, like I said, Friday, things might be turning into some rain, so you want to make sure you have those umbrellas handy for you for Friday classes. Current temperatures right now, 60 degrees in Ashland, 61 here in Moorhead and Mount Sterling, 60 in Lexington, 59 in Richmond, 63 in London, and 61 in Somerset. Things are pretty dry on the radar currently, but things are moving into some overnight rain showers, and it looks like 100% chance of rain for Friday and Saturday. Now, the National Weather has issued a flood watch in effect from late Friday into late Saturday evening. So if you're out and about on the road, just make sure you watch out for that. The water might be rising, so yeah. For United States map, right now there is some rain, it looks like, down in Texas, and we'll be seeing some of that by tomorrow. For tonight, the rain is going to start moving in around midnight and be picking up into some heavier showers by tomorrow morning. So make sure you're prepared for that. Bring your umbrellas for class and everything. Tomorrow, 100% chance of rain for our Friday, like I said. If you're going to be out and about on the roads, there is a flood watch in effect till Saturday evening. So if you're driving, make sure you turn around and you don't drown. Now looking at our 7-day forecast, the weekend's going to be a wet one, but looks like things are going to start warming up just in time for spring break. By Monday, it's going to be a high of, can you believe it? I'm saying this, 68 degrees. I'm very happy to see warm temperatures coming back through. And for the rest of the week, everything's going to be around mid-50s, even getting up into the high 50s Thursday. So a beautiful week for us on spring break. I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking at the forecast for Florida where I'm going to be next week, and it's like in the upper 70s. And I'm
wow. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I wish we were having like 80-degree weather.
It's like soon.
It's coming. Yeah, summer's on the way, spring's on the way, so we got to have those showers to bring the flowers, right?
Yeah,
that's what they say. All right, and let's go ahead and swing it over to sports with Brandon.
Your home for the Moorhead State Eagles, this is NewsCenter Sports.
Moorhead State men's basketball Eagles wrapped things up in the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament this past weekend in Nashville, Tennessee. The Eagles came into the tournament with a 15-16 overall record, riding a 3-game winning streak. Things got off to a bit of a rocky start for head coach Sean Wood's ball club, who earned a 5th seed in the tournament. Wood's Eagles found themselves in a dogfight with the tournament's lowest seed, Southeast Missouri. After an hour of hovering between 1- and 2-point leads, Moorhead State was finally able to pull away from SEMO in the final minutes, winning 79-74. The next game pitted the Eagles up against the 4th seed, UT Martin. There would be no lollygagging in that affair, as MSU won the contest by a score of 76-65. The victory over Martin catapulted Moorhead State to the semifinals, where they faced a daunting task against the tournament's #1 seed, Murray State. The Racers had not lost a game in conference play all year long, leaving many Eagle fans fearful of a blowout. MSU forward Karam Mashur had other ideas. The Eagles found themselves leading by double figures late in the second half, in large part due to Mashur's 22-point, 11-rebound double-double effort, a team high in both categories. Unfortunately, the undefeated Racers proved to be too much. Murray defeated MSU 88-77, shattering. Murray went on to the championship game the next day, where they were defeated by Belmont. Morehead State now waits to see if they will be invited to one of the nation's many postseason tournaments. The Eagles football team took the field yesterday for their first spring practice. Here is head strength and conditioning coach Matt Rhodes with how winter workouts went and some spring expectations.
I think it's gone really well. The two big things that I was looking for was one, strength gains, and then the mental side of it, buying into what Coach Tenure's asking everyone to do. And I feel like the guys have turned a corner, and we're not there yet, but it's a different team from a focus and a mentality standpoint. They had 60 minutes to get all the lifts done. If we didn't get it done in 60 minutes, we didn't finish the day. So if guys didn't get everything done, so I kind of put a clock on them. And we had to get all that work done within that amount of time to get them in that mentality of gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. I think they did well. From the strength and conditioning side, I want to see guys, run faster, hit hard. Once they get a couple days into the full pad stuff, I'd like to be able to see that transition from what we built in here to the actual performance on the field. And then from a football standpoint, kind of that mentality I talked about earlier of just go, 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 and finish and be excited about practice. I'm hoping for kind of like we had last summer, 60 to 70 guys, which would be wonderful. The first half will be kind of identical to this program we just did. It'll be really based in strength, building size. Conditioning will be very important, but I'm looking more on the strength side of things. As we go through July, the shift will change. The focus will change to more of conditioning, strength.
And now for NewsCenter's famous sports trivia. What is the record number of home runs in a single season for MSU's baseball team? Is it A, 126, B, 119, C, 132, or D, 127? What do you think, guys?
Well, I love Morehead baseball, so I'm going to have to go with C.
I'll go for C for Chad.
It's D, 127.
Really? Well, you're absolutely right, Alexis. It is D, 127, and that's quite a record. I don't know if they'll be able to hit it this year, but based on what we've seen, they have a pretty good chance.
All right.
We'll be right back after the break.
Last week, the Career Center held their semi-annual career fair. NewsCenter was there.
The career fair is an opportunity for our students and alumni to make face-to-face connection with employers and graduate programs. At our most recent career fair, we had a record number of organizations participate, over 90. So the demand for our students and our graduates is really there, which we're excited to see. So the nice thing about the career fair is attendees get a chance to go around, meet someone in person, talk about their skills, their accomplishments, get a sense of that organization, which I think can be hard to do when you're just relying on looking at a resume and putting together a resume. So it's nice to have the opportunity to network at the career fair. Typically have a very good mix of organizations at the career fair. So there will be, everything from manufacturing type organizations that are looking for engineering people or people with a science background, plus those have accounting and marketing departments. We've got quite a few hospitals that are going to be there, several nonprofits, social service agencies, and then it's graduate schools as well. So law schools, colleges of dentistry are there, just some general universities are there. So I think it's a good mix. We've got some federal departments that are going to be there. Yeah, typically the state police comes, so some of those criminology oriented. So I think there's really something for everyone. I think sometimes students think it's just for business majors, but that's definitely not the case. There's opportunities for them, but a lot more than just that.
Well, we've participated in the career fair events here for several years now. I'd say probably since 2009 or 2010. So we're here twice a year, every year, looking for mechanical and electrical engineers. We have found a lot of success in hiring Moorhead graduates into our engineering departments, whether it's production engineering or quality engineering. The curriculum here at Moorhead really closely parallels what our engineers need to know on the production floor at our manufacturing facilities.
We definitely have. Actually, at our last career fair in the fall, I had a person that was there representing the organization come up to me and say, I got this job from coming to the spring career fair, interviewed after the fact, and landed this position. So I just wanted to thank you. So yeah, we definitely see people that get hired, or maybe they don't get hired, but they at least get an interview and make it to that next stage in the process.
I'd say probably one or two a year we end up pulling right out of the career fair. When we come here in October and in February, we're targeting the graduates that are either coming up in December or May of that year. We don't do much by way of internships or co-ops. We're looking strictly for full-time.
The next career fair will be held on September 29th.
The Delta Zeta sorority held their 9th annual Great Pretenders lip sync competition last Tuesday night in Button Auditorium. NewsCenter has the story.
Great Pretenders is a lip sync competition on campus, and it's for all of the organizations, both Greek and non-Greek, and we do it to raise money for our philanthropy, which is the Painted Turtle Camp, and it's a camp for children with chronic illnesses, and it's really pricey because they have all the doctors there, and they can have different procedures like blood transfusions and treatments, and it's about $1,500 a child, and we usually raise enough for 1 to 2 to go. We just do like a showcase to open it up. We're not part of the competition. We always have a theme. So this year our theme was like 90s Nickelodeon, so DZ is all that. So that was what our performance was. The biggest turnout we've ever had. Basically, all of Benton was almost full, and that's the best we've ever done. So I definitely think we're going to progressively do better with every year. It will also be held next year. This year made our 9th year, so next year will be our 10th.
Pi Kappa Alpha danced away with first place at the 2015 Delta Zeta Great Pretenders competition.
This week, the ladies of Tri Sigma sorority held their annual philanthropy week. NewsCenter stopped in to learn more about the events.
The philanthropy that Tri Sigma raises money for is actually one that we as a national organization created on our own. It is the Sigma 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 Foundation, and the money goes towards play therapy for children that are like chronically ill in hospitals and whatnot. We're doing the bake sale first, and then on Tuesday it's called a potluck, which is a little bit of a misleading name because we're not having any food involved. It's kind of a little game where you pay $1 and you get like a little cup, and there's a strainer, and you pour the sand out, and then there's a little prize in the cup, and then whatever's on top of the strainer you get to keep. And then on Wednesday we're doing, it's kind of a variation of a ring toss. It's called a chocolate throw. You like toss a coin or a token, and if it lands on a chocolate bar, you get to keep it. So it's just a little pick-me-up for the middle of the day. And then throughout the week, we're also accepting submissions for a photo contest, like any just cute, funny, or really good photos. You can pay $1 and submit it, and there will be 2 prizes for that. There's the most liked, and then there is the one that's Sigma's top pick. We've kind of scaled back this year with our Philanthropy Week just because we're trying to put more focus on our Woman of Character pageant. The Woman of Character pageant, this is something that we've never done before. It's our first time, and basically it kind of has a little bit of a twist on the normal pageant, as in they're the same usual categories like casual, formal wear, and whatnot, but a lot of our emphasis will be on the like talent and questions rather than the appearances. It's kind of like, you know, we're basing on a woman of character rather than the usual beauty standards that most of these pageants are based on.
The Woman of Character pageant will take place April 15th in Button Auditorium. Tri Sigma hopes to have a good student turnout so they can make the pageant an annual event.
On Tuesday evening, a faculty recital was held in Duncan Hall Recital. Percussionist Jonathan Sharp showcased his talent. NewsCenter has the story.
My bachelor's degree in music performance here, and then I went to the University of Illinois for my master's, where I did music performance there, and then I came to UK for the DMA. So I got 2 of the 3 degrees in Kentucky, and that was just last year. I just graduated with the DMA, so I'm kind of fresh out of school, which is nice to finally be out. But I was in 5th grade, which is before we had any school band or anything. I wanted to learn to play drums. And I started to make my own drum kits and stuff, and finally my parents decided to buy me one. So I guess that kind of started it. I don't know what exactly made me want to start, but I did that. So then I joined band in 6th grade and did percussion, and I just stayed with it. And I think as I went on in middle school and high school, I kind of realized that it fit me well. Biggest influences, I'd say, yeah, especially for drum set. I used to, like, every day I'd come from school in high school and play to Dave Matthews Band songs. So Carter Beauford is the drummer for Dave Matthews. Yeah, I was really into that. I tried to do some double bass pedal drumming, and that kind of showed in one of the pieces I played today. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I was really always into the marching percussion thing. So I did drum corps when I was an undergrad here, and I've kind of stayed teaching marching band and that kind of thing. Yeah, the story of Monkey Chant, it comes from the Hindu epic called the Ramayana, and basically it's a story of an evil 10-headed ogre king who takes the wife, or to-be wife, Sita, from Rama, the protagonist of the story. He takes her and holds her captive, and the whole sequence in Monkey Chant is a battle between Rama and the 10-headed ogre king called Ravana. So that's kind of, all the drums are like them fighting, and arrows and swords. That's kind of basically what it is. And I'm impressed more and more every year, which it's amazing, because I look back to when I was an undergrad or a freshman coming in. I was nowhere near where everybody is here now. It's like the talent level increases every day, which is really great. I mean, the studio's doing really good. It's like, it's stronger every year, and I feel like even if I were to audition now as an undergrad, with my skills back then, I probably wouldn't have gotten into the studio. It's like it's grown a lot, which is great. My advice is I'd say, if you're really interested in picking up an instrument, get some kind of a mentor or teacher to kind of help it along, and then they can guide you one way or the other, because there's so many people that pick up an instrument and it never follows through because of whatever reason. I think a teacher is really the best way to go.
Well, Alexis, spring break is just hours away. What's your plans?
I'm just going to go home.
Really? I'm going to venture down to Venice, Florida.
I'm really jealous.
Yeah, I'm going to Busch Gardens and kayaking. For some reason, I agreed to do that. So
kayaking?
May not be here when spring break is over.
I'll take over your job for you.
Sounds
just
good.
do it all.
All right.
No, really?
Yeah, really. You can take it.
Okay.
Watch NewsCenter online at msutv.net.
Or follow us on Twitter at MSU_NewsCenter.
Go ahead.
On behalf of Mary Dameron with weather, Brandon Dixon with sports, and the rest of the NewsCenter team, I'm Alexis Matthews.
And I'm Chad Hedrick. Have a great evening. Safe.